everyone. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on where you're watching from. My name is Winnie David, and today I'll be taking us on Sustainable Development Goals 8, which is decent work and economic growth. First, I want to start by appreciating Instride Pathways Youth Foundation for giving me the opportunity to make a presentation today. I'm happy to be here. Before we proceed, I will just give us a brief bio about me. My name is Winnie David, as I've said before, and I am a program manager and digital health specialist with years of experience in leading and implementing complex projects. Currently, I work at Viamo in Nigeria as a program manager, and I manage their digital health projects from inception to closeout. I have a master's in computer science, and I've been involved in public and digital health projects for over 8 years. I have experience in community engagement, research, project management, and partner engagement. I'm a member of the Nigerian Institute of Professional Administrators and Managers. I'm also a West Africa regional leader for the International Working Group for Health System Strengthening and a technical editor and advisor for the Global Journal of Medicine and Public Health. So, moving to the topic, decent work and economic growth. I know we've heard a lot and we've read a lot about this topic, but let's start by defining the different terms, decent work and also economic growth. Let's start with decent work. The International Labour Organization defined decent work as productive work for women and men in conditions of freedom, equity, security, and human dignity. So if you have a decent work, it means that you are productive and you earn fair income, there's safety and security at work, and social protection of employees, personal development is available for you, you have a freedom to express your concerns, and then there's equal opportunities and treatment of all women and men. Moving to economic growth. According to Economy Library, economic growth refers to an increase in the capacity of an economy to produce goods and services compared from one period of time to another. Now, looking at the diagram, when we talk about economic growth, it means there is an increase in employment, increase in tax revenue, there's increase in consumption. So in Nigeria, if you're looking at this diagram and comparing with what we're seeing in the country, will you say that there is increase in employment? Will you say that there is increase in tax? Will you say that there is increase in consumption? So putting together those two terms, decent work and economic growth, I would say that they focus on creating opportunities for everyone to have access to quality employment. So is that what we are having or we are seeing in Nigeria? Do we have quality of employment for people? Now, I want us to look at the unemployment rate in Nigeria. Recently, it was announced that as at the first quarter of 2024, the Nigerians' unemployment rate rose to 5.3%. And I also know that there was a lot of debate that happened around this percentage because most people were saying that it's not correct. And the reason we are seeing it this low is because the methodology that MBS used or have started using has changed. Let me explain. Look at the diagram below from channels. So the old standard or methodology that was used by MBS was saying that you are employed if you work a minimum of 40 hours per week. But then the new standard says that you are employed if you work minimum of only 1 hour per week. So it means that you don't have to work 40 hours per week for you to be employed. So they are now calculating working 1 hour per week for you to become an employee, and for us to say that you are being employed or you're working, anyhow you want to put it. But then if you're working an hour a week, how much are you then earning? But then MBS said that you're part of the people that are employed. Now, looking at this employment rates, I know that a lot of questions have come up, but then how do we ensure that the people that are unemployed have work to do or have something to do? There are a lot of reasons why people remain unemployed in Nigeria. These are some of the reasons I saw from 2012. Rural urban migration, you can see the frequency and you can see the percentage. Rapid growth, rapid population growth, yes. People are like the number of people or the population in the country has increased. And corruption is also another reason. I won't talk much about this because that's not our focus for today. And then we also have outdated school curriculum. We have leadership, managerial problem. We have lack of employable skills. We have increase in the supply of educated manpower. Poverty is another reason, and lack of adequate youth development programs. Looking at this table, I'll focus on two. The first one is lack of employable skills. The truth is that um, people go to school, we graduate from school. I remember when I even graduated, I was so happy because I graduated with first class. And coming back to my country, I realized that it's not actually what it seems like. First class is not really, doesn't really matter in the workplace. So what I learned in school was not really what I saw in the workplace. I had to learn skills to be able to help me maintain my job or be able to be productive at the workplace. The second one that I want us to also look at is lack of adequate youth development programs. Yes, just as I said, what you learn in school doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you'll be doing or what you'll be applying in the workplace. For example, I studied computer science, but getting to the workplace, I've been doing a lot of program management and project management. And when I left school, I was asked to develop a website using WordPress. I didn't feel like it was a problem because I knew that I knew how to write codes, HTML codes, PHP. But when I was asked to use a specific software for website development, I felt like, okay, all the time I spent in school learning how to code was just a waste of my time because till date I've not been able to apply them. But talking about adequate youth development programs, thanks to Instride Pathways Youth Foundation, we have this platform where we can use this to empower our youth, to empower people to learn more and know things to expect in the workplace. So this is a very interesting platform that I feel you should keep following, and I encourage you to bring in your friends, family, relatives to also follow this platform, and if possible subscribe so that you can learn a lot from the platform. That some of the things you'll be learning will help you at the workplace. If you're searching for a job, you know some of the things you have to put in place for you to be employable. Now, how do we tackle lack of employable skills? I think the best thing to do is to acquire digital skills, and that's what this presentation or the rest of this presentation will be focused on. Digital skills. What is digital skills? The University of Nevada, Las Vegas has defined digital skills as the ability to find, evaluate, use, share, and create content using digital devices such as computers and smartphones. It's Easy has also defined digital skills as the skills and knowledge that allow for the appropriate use of technological tools both in the personal and professional sphere. So, as I said before, digital skill is very, very important. When I left school and I was asked to develop a website using WordPress, I had to learn how to use WordPress. I went online, searched on YouTube, and I was able to get materials that taught me how to go about it. And I even wrote a blog on my first experience with WordPress. You can check it out. At the end of the slide, I provided a link where you can access my blog. So I wrote my experience with WordPress, and it has helped me. Since then, I've been using WordPress to develop websites. So the importance of acquiring digital skills, it increases your employability prospect. Yes. So because I knew WordPress and Most websites, most organizations that want website, they always indicate that we want WordPress to be used. So imagine I didn't learn that skill. It would have been difficult for me to be able to develop website for other organizations. So people like WordPress because it makes it easier. You don't need to know how to code for you to manage the website. So they just take a few tutorials and they know how to add content, how to manage the website. So that's why they prefer WordPress. So it helps increase your employability prospect when you learn digital skills. Another importance is that it advances your career and helps you remain relevant. Yes, when I joined my first organization, I joined as an intern. I just finished school and I came back to serve. So I was asked to serve with them. So I joined to just manage their website, and they are into research, public health research. There were a lot of research that were happening on immunization. So all I was doing was focusing on the website. At some point, a medical doctor just reached out to me to say, Winnie, why can't you just join our technical meetings so you also see and learn from what we're doing? With that, when we give you things to upload on the website, you'll be able to see where we make mistakes and also understand what we're even saying, not just uploading. And I picked interest. And when I joined, I saw that what they were doing was really, really important. I started learning skills. Like I took some of the materials in the office on immunization. I started reading. That was how my interest improved. And I started learning. Like I even knew how to give injection. I started taking part in their trainings, training of trainers, training of health workers in the health facilities, and I became so relevant. So even when they were reducing staff, because I was multitasking, I was everywhere. When it came to websites, I was there. When it came to managing their computers, troubleshooting, I was there. When it then came to programs, technical aspects, going to the field, to training people, I was also there. So I became relevant. I was maintained, like retained. I stayed there for almost 6 years. Another importance is that it enhances your productivity. You see that when you know how to use, when you learn digital skills, you're able to do a lot of things, especially now that technology is taking over. Imagine you don't know how to use this technology. You want to send email to so many people. You have to type each email, send it to one email address. It will take you like forever. But when you understand how to use technology, you see that you can just do a bulk email, put them together in a group, and then do a blast once, and everybody gets it. And that's where I'm also very, very relevant in the organization. In my previous organization, I was so relevant in that aspect because when they want to send out newsletters, when they want to send out any information, I'm always there to just do a blast. And as at then, I was the only one that could do it. So they're always looking for me to come and send those emails. So I remained relevant in the organization. Now, what are the recommended digital skills? I classified them into two: essential digital skills and advanced digital skills. So, starting with the essential are just things you're able to do using your computer. Those I call them minor tasks, such as email, sending instant email and messages. Before I left my previous organization as well, we are trying to send out bulk messages to different, almost 1,000 people. I had to research and see the different softwares I could use to do that and also get feedback from people. So as I was sending the messages, some of the messages we were actually asking them to give us feedback. It was more like a survey. We called it pulse survey. So I sent these messages and people responded, and I had to look for a way to extract those responses and do the analysis. Then another thing is WordPress processing. Oh, sorry, word processing. I'm so used to WordPress. Yeah, word processing. So this has to do with Microsoft, where you type your letters, you type different things on WordPress. So Excel is also there, PowerPoint. You should be able to do your you should be able to use your Microsoft application. So the Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Excel, and the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint helps you to develop slides like this one that I'm presenting. The Excel helps you to do some manipulations of data, and then the Word helps you to type in letters. Then another one is social media for business. The truth is, social media is actually taking over, especially in aspect of businesses. People use social media to promote their businesses. You can develop graphics and then promote it on social media, either on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You use different social media platform, and it's working. There are people that don't have offices or a shop where they sell their products. So their shop is remote, virtual. They do that virtually. They just use social media to promote their businesses. And when you see a product you're interested in, you just request for it or place an order. And we call that digital marketing. Okay, the next one is web-based research and problem solving. We like it or not, I think every student, you don't have to be a worker or an employee to do a research. When I was in school, undergraduate, I did research. So I believe that everybody did their research, especially for projects. When you have a project, a topic to research about, you have to go online, go to Google and just type in what you're looking for and you see different options. But then that research skill helps you to really know what you're looking for, the right keyword to learn. So you can also take course on this so that it will help you with your research and problem solving. Then the last one under essential digital skill is data entry and handling. Yeah, I mentioned Excel earlier. So Excel is going to help you with your data entry and data manipulation. Then for the advanced skill is the first is user experience design. Yeah, you need to know how to design, do a design. You can do graphic design. Yeah. So for project management, you have to learn how to do the design of the project, do more like a schematic of how the project is going to look like, do like a pictorial representation of what will be done in the project. So learning graphic design helps you a lot. So mostly I use Canva to do my designs. Canva has different templates that you can use and just edit. It also saves your time. So you can see tutorials online where you can learn this. Then coding. This is very interesting. Recently, I see that even teenagers are learning coding after school or during holidays. You see some advertisements calling on students to come and learn how to code, and you see the age group, I think around 5. Some starts between 5 to 15, others will say between 10 to 16. So depend, and I think it's a very good thing that they're starting at this age. I learned coding when I was in the university, and that's because I was studying computer science. It was a requirement for us. So programming, web and app development, I think they are also in line with coding. So programming, there are different languages you can learn. You can learn C Sharp, you can learn Java, you can learn R. So this helps you in app development, website development. Just that recently we have different softwares that you can use to just use templates and edit to have your website ready in just few hours. You don't need to go through coding to do that. So but it's important you take some of this training because it helps you learn and know how to do those things faster. Then search engine optimization and content creation. This is very, very important, especially content creation. I've seen that almost everybody is on social media trying to create content. And then even when your content is up there on the website or on any platform you choose, you need to learn how to make it seen. That's where search engine optimization comes in. There are ways you can optimize your content so that when people search, say for example, I'm looking for um, say digital health, or I'm looking for say something around content. My own content that I've written on that thematic area or on that topic should be among the first things that will come up. So that is search engine optimization. That's why there are people that have websites, but their websites are not seen because it has not been optimized. So it's difficult for people to actually see the website. Then the last one is data analysis. So the data analysis is actually an advanced method of data entering and handling. Remember there I said you need to learn Excel to be able to do the enter data and do some manipulations. So you can also use Excel for data analysis, especially quantitative data analysis. You can also use SPSS. So these softwares will help you. You just write a formula and then you see that you're able to generate different things at different times. You can also insert charts, just have a pictorial representation of your data. So it's more like visualizing your data. And we know visual actually speaks louder. When you have a visual representation, it explains what you're trying to see, or it explains the data very well. So these are the skills I advise and I recommend that you take. It will help you a lot. For the essential, if you are just maybe data, if you are just in your entry level, yeah, these are the essential skills you need for you to be relevant, for you to be employable. And then for the advanced skills, they just help you to remain relevant in your workplace. And the truth is, with the advanced skill, you don't need anybody to employ you. You can be a freelancer. Right now, I do website development for freelancing. Yes, I make my money outside so it's just like my side hustle. And also, I also do data collection and data analysis as a side hustle, content creation, more like building their websites, and I optimize the search engine so that the website will be seen. So those are ways I make extra money. So you can use this to remain employed. You don't need anybody, any organization to employ you. The truth is that with these skills, you can even be an employer, set up your own place and employ people. You pay them from the skills you've learned. Now, how do you improve your digital skills? First of all, you have to improve your presence online. I've had situations where people say that, I'm not an online person, I'm not a social media person. But then, if you are not always online, or if you don't have an online presence, the opportunities that you might miss, because everything is going digital. People promote their businesses online. People share information online. But then if you're not careful, there are a lot of scams as well online. And I'm sure that's the main thing that is discouraging people from going online. But you should be able to differentiate between the real and what is not real, what is actually a scam online. Especially people that will just come up to you and say, okay, invest 20,000 naira, within 1 hour, you get 40,000 naira. That alone should tell you that is a scam. Where is the 20,000 extra coming from? What business is that? That one, let's just be careful when we are online. Then take online training courses. You can go to Coursera, Udemy, and Alice, and there are different platforms that offer training courses online. And some of them are free, some of them are almost free, like they charge little, some only charge you for certificates once you're done with the training. So take advantage of these platforms online. Then you can also learn from a friend or a colleague. I've seen people that shy away from learning. I don't know if I should call it pride or what, but um, I have this mindset that if you're a friend of mine and I'm not able to learn from you, then something is wrong. So I try to only keep friends that either I touch their lives or they touch my life. So we learn from each other. And I don't shy away from learning, no matter how small you are. And even my colleagues in the office, if there's something I don't know or I don't understand, I always ask for help. So let's try to learn from each other. And then you can also access free guides and resources. There are a lot of free materials online. Just check them and also learn. Like WordPress, I learned WordPress from a tutorial online and it was free. So even today, I feel like I'm very good with Excel, but there are some things that I want to do. I have to go back and check. How do I do this? I just asked my Google, and Google brings up all the suggested answers for me, and I pick the one that work for me. So when you suggest, you can also when you request, you can also see videos to watch to learn. You can also read to you some they just have it written there. You just read through and pick the one that work for you. But I always prefer video because video I don't have to go and search for where the feature is. Video will show me, okay, click here, I'll just follow those steps and get it done immediately. Great. So that is it for this presentation. But before I go, I want to let you know that though it's important for you to learn digital skills, I will encourage you to put them into good use. There are people that learn digital skills and they use that to scam people. There are a lot of scams online because people learn and then they don't put them into good use. As I said earlier, you can be an employer with your digital skills. So I told you I'm a web designer, website developer. I'm also a researcher. I do data collection for organizations. I analyze the data for them and I share with them to help them in their decision making. So with that, I can't do it alone. So I recruit people. I have my data collectors in the different states in Nigeria that I use to I train to collect that data and then we do the analysis together while I supervise the data collection process. So you see, I'm also helping people make money. Yeah. So learn these digital skills and put them into good use. That's the way you can touch lives. Don't just stay back and say, no, there is no job. Don't wait for the government to give you a job. And one thing I've realized recently is that people want to start big. You don't just expect that you just left school and you get a job that will be paying you 500,000 naira. No, start small. If possible, go and be a volunteer. When they see that you're doing well, okay, they'll keep you, they'll retain you, and they may start your salary at 100K, and then from there move to say 120, 150. So thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this presentation. If you have any comments or questions, please put it in the comment section. I will try my best to respond to them all. If you want to contact me, please reach out to me via my email address at windave43@gmail.com. Then you can also reach me on LinkedIn. You can also access my blog. Go to www.windave.com.ng. I've written so many articles about my experiences both in the field and in the workplace. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.